become more resourceful, maybe to look for a house that's within your range, or to work on your patience. Who knows? You may not get this house in the timing you want, but if you keep working towards it, this obstacle could lead you to a better outcome. So if you can look at these problems from a higher perspective and know that obstacles could be there to help you, they could be protecting you, they could help you learn more about yourself. So think about this. Are you the kind of person who gets easily irritated? An obstacle could teach you patience. Maybe you give up and stop trying. That could teach you resilience. Maybe you feel like life is unfair or too hard. This might teach you acceptance, to realize that life is the way it is. Or maybe you have a lot of negative self-talk in your head and it seems impossible to change it. You don't think you're ever going to be able to change it. Maybe this obstacle can help you learn about self-love and compassion for yourself. There are so many possible outcomes that could come from having obstacles. And I'm sure if you look back on your life, you'll find times where you've had big obstacles and problems. And if you really look, you might discover that the biggest rewards in life came from your toughest situations, those obstacles you thought you would never, ever get through. But you did. And you learned a lot about yourself and you learned a lot about life. So the next time life isn't going the way you want it to, some obstacle has popped up and it's blocking your way, try looking at it from a higher perspective. What can you learn? How could it be helping you? If you can do that, you'll see that you can change how you perceive your life. You'll change how you're experiencing your life, and you will be a lot happier because you won't be stuck in the worry and the pain of problems. You'll be able to go, you know what, maybe this isn't a bad thing. And you'll be able to see it differently. So that is my coaching tip of the day. You can connect with me at psychicmediumcolleen.com, and I wish you'd go there and check out my website and see what you think. And you can also find me on Facebook, Colleen Vanderzijden Medium, and I changed it Medium and Intuitive Coach. So you can connect with me there too. So today we will move on to our first caller, who is Sarah from Iowa.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, how are you? How can I help you?
I just had a question. I got a reading a couple years back, and I've just been looking into it recently. I've been told that I was like a celestial being or part of the angelic realm or from there. I was just wondering if you could give me more information about that.
Oh, sure. Lots of times when people talk about that, a celestial being or from the angelic realm, it is about your soul, what kind of soul you have, and that you have that purity of soul that can help and guide other people. I get the impression that you are that kind of person. Do you help other people and guide them on their path?
I try to, yeah.
Yeah. And I also know, tell me if this is accurate, that you're quite sensitive. Are you very sensitive to things?
Yeah, I am. I really am.
And sensitivity, I always say, can be a blessing or a curse. So sensitivity can be awesome because we feel so much in life. We're really experiencing everything, but it can be a curse because we're really feeling everything. And so when something happens that bothers us, it can really bother us a lot. So there are things, you understand. And so, it's amazing, isn't it? Sensitivity is something, but that is so important, and so many people don't have it, but it can be overwhelming at times. And I know there are times where things happen in your life where you feel overwhelmed and you think, oh, this is never going to change, or I didn't really mean that. Why did they think that? And all of those things. So something I always tell people to do when they're very sensitive in that way is to just be aware that that's how they are and make sure you protect your energy. So if you're of the angelic realm, that kind of thing, in some ways you appreciate life like a child would. And I mean that in a very positive way, because there's that sense of wonder that isn't this great? This is what we can do. This is what we can feel. But also the same way a child would, if they're not happy, they're not happy. And they will let you know. So being able to understand your energy and how that works for you. Have you taken any kind of classes or workshops in energy yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that might be something interesting for you to do, or you could probably Google and get all sorts of information online. But if you looked up energy, in the body, we all have our own energy, like the aura and all of that stuff. And when somebody is very open, and I know you are, your energy just kind of goes out. And so what can happen sometimes is other people's energy will come into your body and can affect you. So that's why when somebody, if they're mean to you or whatever, it bothers you so much because you're very open. So when you're open, you've got to be aware that that's what's happening so that you can detach from that and not let everything bother you and take you into a place of pain or anything like that. So I'm trying to think of a really good energy book for you that would be interesting. There's a book called, I think it's called Spiritual Awakening by Sanaya. It's spelled Sanaya Roman. And I think she channeled the information. That's a very good book. I read a long time ago, and I was just rereading it, actually. And it's about energy and how you can work with energy. Actually, I think that's the perfect book for you. You can find that, I'm sure, on Amazon. You're probably not going to find it in the bookstore, but you might. But that would be an excellent book for you to read. Something else you might want to look into is, I'm sure you've heard about the different angels that are out there. You might want to just kind of explore some of those and see if anything grabs you, something interests you. Don't take everything you read as truth, because sometimes there are some people out there that just make stuff up. You'll just, go with your feeling, because I know you have a very good intuitive sense too. So if it doesn't feel quite authentic for you, then go, no, not that one, and just look for something else out there. So, I think that'll be a couple of really good things to kind of get you going and thinking about life from a little bit of a different angle. The sensitivity can be really something, as you know. And so that's one of the first things to kind of get under control, to just kind of realize that. One more thing before I let you go. I had another thought. In the morning, what you might want to do is set an intention as to how you want your day to go. I always used to say something along the lines of, I send my energy out and I ask that only those who can best benefit from my love, wisdom, energy, healing come to me. Everybody else stay away. So, and I used to do that on purpose so that I was setting my intention of who I wanted to interact with during the day. So if you have some people around you that bug you, that's a great way to kind of lessen some of that energy. And I would say it out loud. So something like that. And I would also put my arms out and make the circle around myself. So I was kind of setting that up. And that may help you protect some of your energy a little bit. So you could try playing with something like that too. That might be fun. And just see, I have a little note on my mirror that reminds me to do it so I don't forget, because I have new intentions all the time. So I just put a little note there in the bathroom. So try that out.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, you have a good time, Sarah. I hope that I get to talk to you again sometime, because it sounds like you're going to be having a good time on this journey.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much.
Awesome. You're welcome. See you later. And that was Sarah from Iowa. And now we're going to move on to Alejandra from Illinois. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing quite well. How can I help you?
Just some guidance.
Some kind of life guidance for you?
Yeah.
And, picking up on your energy right away, I can tell that some things aren't going the way you want them to. Is that true?
Yes.
And it seems like there's been a lot of, actually, I'm feeling a lot of loss around you. Have you had some losses recently?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you lost a person who's very close to you by any chance as well?
No, they weren't really close. Maybe I just feel lost, friendship-wise.
Yeah. And it's an interesting feeling. And the reason I asked about if you'd lost a person recently is because I can feel a spirit here. So I'm going to touch in with this spirit here, because I do have, and it feels like a woman here on the other side. And as she's coming in, she is giving me an impression of an illness, that she is ill before she passes. I'm also getting a little bit of breathing issues with her and something in the stomach as well. So there's some uncomfortability with her. And this woman is showing me as well that when she was here in the physical, her life was very difficult. Lots of problems, one problem after another. She kept going, but it was one problem after another. Do you have any idea who that might be?
No, honestly, no. Only
okay.
like people that have passed away that I know have been male figures, like uncles.
Okay. Keep that in mind,
Unless
because it could
my
be somebody.
grandma, I never met her when I
If
was
you hear
little.
stories. Okay, so if you hear stories, or maybe you can ask somebody about her, because this is a person that literally her life was hard. It was difficult. There were lots of problems. It was one thing after another with her, but she keeps going. Okay, so there is that feeling of keeping going. There is a little bit of, I'm wondering about if she's English speaking originally, because I feel like there might be a different language in there with her. So anyway, I'll leave you that as the information because she's actually coming through, because she's talking about you. You would normally have more resilience. You would normally be able to handle whatever's happening in life, but it seems like you've had enough stuff happen more recently that you're just tired now. Are you really tired?
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah, that's true.
You just don't know which direction to go anymore. You just don't know where to go. And tell me if this is true, and I'm hoping it's not. Have you recently had a relationship problem happen here?
Yeah.
Oh, darn, I was hoping I was wrong, because that's never a good thing. And the feeling I get with that is, boy, there were a lot of issues there. I don't know if this relationship is still going. Is it still going? Because there's so many issues I'm feeling.
Yes.
Okay. And is there a lot of, are you guys having some real interesting communication issues?
Yeah.
I feel you trying to fix things, but I'm not feeling the other person working as hard as you're working. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And true. I get a real sense of you feeling, and you mentioned lost. That lost is kind of in there. It's kind of like, I've wasted this time, or have I? I don't know. Your brain is just going back and forth and back and forth. And there's so much there. I want you to actually take some time for yourself and figure out what it is you really want and what you really need. And tell me if this is true as well. I feel you working really hard too. Are you working all the time?
Yeah.
It seems like you don't get time for break. It seems like you're always doing something. Yeah. And so that's never the best thing for us, because we do need a little bit of time for a break. But I'm also feeling that you're not very supportive in everything you do. It's like you have to do way too much. Is that true?
Yeah.
I want to say that you do everything around the house. Is that true?
Yeah.
And there's like no real support, help, or anything like this happening. And that's draining too, because you can only do so much. You can only do so much before you will drain your energy. And the thing is too, tell me this isn't true. Are you really eating a lot of junk food? Like food on the go?
Yeah.
I was hoping that wasn't true. Because that's not good for you. You know this, but it's the only thing you can grab really fast. Okay. And I keep hearing the message that you need to, this is funny, that you need to be just planning that out a little bit more. And I want to be giving you more fruits and vegetables. I know that that's what we always tell people to eat, when they want them to eat better and all that. But I feel like you actually like fruits and vegetables. Do you?
Yeah. Some of them, not all of them.
Some of it, ones you like, right? But yeah, because I know there's some people who don't like any of them, so it doesn't make any difference, what you tell them. But I want to be grabbing things like grapes and throwing them in my bag and taking them with me, that kind of thing, so that you're actually having healthier foods instead of some of that other stuff. So that's part of it, and that would really help you. Oh man, there's so much going on here. So much going on. Okay, I'm seeing something really interesting. Let's see if you understand what this is. I am actually seeing um, like leg braces. Do you understand somebody having or needing leg braces either on the other side dead or here in the physical?
Mm, no.
Okay, that's okay.
Maybe uh,
Okay,
no.
maybe you can check on
I
that
can't
as
remember.
well and just see, because I'm seeing leg braces, and it's reminding me of somebody I knew who had polio and had the leg braces. So from a way back, So it's reminding me of that. So that might be something to check. I can tell you I've never mentioned that before in a reading, ever. So there may be something to that. That does not mean that somebody who's living now is going to need them. That doesn't mean you have a problem and you're going to need them, okay? Doesn't mean that. It just means there's a connection somewhere. Okay. Sometimes people will read into things I say, and I don't want you to read into that and take it the wrong way. So it's more of a piece of evidence of some connection with somebody on the other side. So that will be interesting to explore a little bit and see if there is a connection there. Now, the other thing that is interesting too. Um, huh. Huh. Okay. Who's the yelling person? Who yells in your household? Does somebody yell?
Everybody.
Yell at each other? Did you say probably you?
Everybody else.
Everybody else?
Mostly
Okay.
my mom.
Mostly your mom. Okay. Because I'm getting yelling. And that for you, I just talked about to the last person about having a little bit of a sensitive energy. You do too, but you really haven't been able to express it. I feel you hiding yourself, not saying things you really want to say, not explaining things to people, that you need to say. You try to keep the peace, so you're not really speaking your mind. And that can affect your energy a lot as well. And so if you're trying to protect yourself from people yelling at you, there's something to be said for coming up with a plan as to how to protect your energy. If it's go for a walk, go do something else, whatever you have to do to protect your energy, so that you're not feeling drained with that. So that's important for you. Interesting. And the other thing is you might want to start kind of practicing speaking your mind a little bit, but do it with the right people that you can trust. They aren't going to get on your case and yell at you, or they're not going to be mean to you. So you've got to do it to people you really know. Like really share something with a good friend or something and say, I'm really feeling down now. And I would love if I could just talk to you for a minute about it. Something like that, because when you speak that and you show your vulnerability to other people, you're establishing a very good connection with them and you'll feel stronger. So if you need to do that, that's something to consider. So I'm going to be running out of time. So I recommend that for you might want to listen to this again. It'll be near the end of the show, of course, so that you can hear some of the things I said and kind of decide what kind of action step you want to take. Because I want you to take something, figure out a way to protect your energy, figure out a way to speak your mind to the right people, that kind of thing. That will help you get stronger and feel better. And you'll start to get back on your path and not feel so lost. Because that's part of the problem. You're not really living true to yourself. So you've got to get back into that. Yeah. So think about some of these things I've said, because that will help you. Maybe do a little writing on it as well. So Alejandro, I've got to let you go, but it was so nice talking to you. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, and thank you. And it's so interesting, because there are a lot of people right now out there in the world who are feeling lost. They're feeling like they don't know what to do. They don't know where to go, which direction to go in. And it's so very important that you just stay as true to yourself as possible. Figure out who you are and stay that way. So thank you so much for watching and listening tonight. I'm Colleen Vander Zyden. You can connect with me at psychicmediumcolleen.com or on Facebook, Colleen Vander Zyden, medium and intuitive coach. Thank you, and I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Hi, I'm Dean, and thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now back to A1R on the air, Psychic Talk Radio. Now, on Moonstruck TV, enlightening television.
Hello everyone, how are we all tonight? How is everyone doing? How has everyone's week been? Today, or where am I? I'm actually on the Gold Coast, Australia. I've had a huge week. It is a lovely day. The mornings are cool, but the weather's been beautiful. My week's gone so quickly. It always does. I've had a big day of no work today, but I've actually been surrounding myself with like-minded, positive, uplifting, beautiful people that I really connect to on a soul level. I have the most amazing people, beautiful souls actually, that I work with, and I have my best friend that, when we have our days, we don't get to see one enough, but when we do come together, it's like we haven't seen one another. It just feels like we connect instantly, and I like having that connection with people because I can be myself, and it's like we don't need to really say too much. We really know what's going on, and being around amazing people is really supportive for everyone, really uplifts you and encourages you to be yourself. And I've always felt that I've never belonged in the world, had a sense of belonging, but knowing more about myself, it's all about accepting myself, and self-acceptance is huge. And it's really having the courage to be yourself. And when you have the courage to be yourself, it really shows your authentic self. And when you're actually being yourself, it's no effort, and it should be when you surround yourself with positive, uplifting people that you don't feel drained, and it's really good to just be able to relax and have fun and have people around you that support you and you support them, and it should be that mutual respect for one another. And so I've really been a big social butterfly this morning, and I've been fluttering my beautiful wings and being just connecting with people, and it really all comes, it's all from the heart, and there's no judgment. There's no, there's no, just full acceptance, and it is beautiful. So that's my week. I've actually had lots of readings as well, connecting with so many different people. It's what I love. I love what I do. And it's just, it's amazing. And I'm just so grateful for everyone that I meet and all the beautiful experiences that I'm going through. I'm learning and I'm growing every day. So it's just been a beautiful week, and I just have so much gratitude to be me, and to be able to be me all the time. And I know when, you're yourself, you attract like-minded people. So it's just, it's really good. So my message to everyone is to be yourself, let down the walls, connect with like-minded people and really put yourself out of your comfort zones. I mean, if you're not feeling like you don't belong in the world or have anyone around you that you can connect to, it's about putting yourself out there. And, we all have interests and hobbies, and, you really need to make the effort to connect with other people. So really put yourself out there and be brave. So that's my message for you. So I thought we might connect to our callers. I actually have Candace from, Dave, whereabouts was Candace from? Canada. All right. Hi, Candace. How are you tonight?
I'm all right. You?
Very well, thank you. So how can I help you? What's going on in your life at the moment?
I don't have my baby at the moment. I was wondering, do you see me ever getting her back or anything like that?
Can you just say that again? Sorry.
I don't have my baby at the moment. I was wondering if you ever see me getting her back again or anything like that.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Just a question is, I keep seeing the number 3 around you. She's not Like 3 or 13 at all?
No, I'm 31.
Yeah, okay. So you're 31. Okay, so with your baby, is she young? Is she around? Because I keep seeing a 3. Yes, you're 31. So where's the 3 come into it? How old is your little girl?
I have 2 little girls, but my youngest is 6.
Okay. Okay, so 6. Okay. Because what I keep seeing at the moment, I keep getting the number 3, and when I see number 3, I either feel like it's, if it was at the age, it's either 3 months. I feel like there's been, I keep seeing the hammer. So is there some kind of court order that's been, are you in the process of going through a court order at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can see the hammer, and it's like it's you're getting closer for the I want to say the verdict, but it's like you're coming to the end of a huge ordeal. I do see 3 months, getting number 3, so I do feel like it's there's change coming your way, but I also feel there's that heartache around it as well, the anticipation of having your daughters with you. But yeah, I definitely see that hammer. I see that hammer coming down, and I really feel like it's really in your favor for the vision that you have for your children. I'm actually hearing just a question with your partner. Or no, actually, I keep hearing loud noises around you. Is there anyone around you that's very loud?
No, I'm in a room by myself.
Oh, no, I mean like, sorry, I mean like,
yeah, probably my boyfriend.
yeah, okay, because he's quite loud. I mean, I'm just getting, and I feel like you don't think, okay, so what I'm getting is that you have, I just feel like there's some kind of control over you. Does this resonate with you at all? It feels like there's some kind of the control energy around you. I also feel like that, you step back a bit, and it's like, I don't know, it's like you're really protecting yourself, but I don't know, when I say protecting yourself, I mean, you just don't always speak your mind is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, with your children not being with you, are they with somebody else as well? People that you don't know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Because that's what I'm getting as well. And there's not much communication, is there?
No, not really, no.
No, because I'm also sensing that as well. I'm just feel like there's a bit of a struggle too. Like what I'm seeing is that it seems to be back and forth. There's something, whether it's to do with the court order, but I just see it going back and forth with something. It's like whether that's obtaining information, but I just feel like it's more weight on your side. Like I feel like, it's the energy around getting your children back is very strong.
Yeah.
But I also just see paperwork. I keep seeing lots of paperwork and something going back and forth. And whether that's just information being obtained and going back, but there's information going back and forth. Does that resonate with you at all?
Yeah.
Okay. I also see, just a question with so the relationship that you're in with now with your boyfriend is the father to your children, is that correct?
Yeah, my youngest one.
Okay, so they're the younger ones. Okay, because I kept seeing there was not that connection. Okay, so, has it been an issue? Has that boyfriend been an issue to not getting your children back as well? Is there some kind of, because I know I keep bringing your partner into it.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm feeling that. I actually feel like there's a lot of weight, and there's a lot of, I just feel the weight on your shoulder. There's a lot of pressure on you. And I also see that that has caused problems too in the past and you being able to get your children back. Does that make sense with you?
Yeah.
Okay. I also see that, oh gosh, I'm seeing lights, but I'm just seeing that it's more on your side. Are you actually, what I'm seeing is where you're living at the moment, is there something going on with your house? Are you planning on moving as well?
Yeah, actually, I'm planning on getting my own place, like moving out by myself.
Definitely, and that's what I see you doing. I see you really taking control, taking like basically the bull, taking the horns and taking control of the situation. I feel like you being taking control and moving in the direction that you're wanting to go is going to have more of an impact on you and getting your having your children back home safely with you.
Mm-hmm.
And